What's going on, guys? Thank you very much for tuning in to another video. We've got something a little bit different today. It's still related to trading cards, but it's kind of fusing one of my other favorite passions, which is collecting action figures. We've got an armored Batman in front of us here, as you can see. This is from the Dark Knight Returns. Anyone that collects action figures will know that you get some really amazing character cards with every purchase for the Mcfarlane DC multiverse line. No exception with this Batman here that we've got. So I'll show you the cards in a minute, but for now, let's just take a little look around this action figure because it is a thing of beauty. This retails for like £20, so I don't know what that is, maybe like $23 or something like that in America. But it is an awesome action figure. I really like the details, you know, and it's a budget-friendly collectible. It's not that hard to find, but it's very accessible at a really good price point, and I am all about that. So let's just take a look around this. Some awesome details on the helmet. I love all of like the battle damage and all the different kind of you know, where you can see it's been forged and stuff like that. Lots of detail on this chest piece here. Lots of detail all around this figure, and we've got a textured rubberized cape, which is a nice touch. And with every Mcfarlane figure, you get a little plinth, a little stand to put your action figure on. Yeah, and they're just awesome. I'm a huge fan of this line. So, you know, when I started this channel, I was trying to think of, will I go down the action figure route or will I go down the trading card route? And thankfully, Mcfarlane's got my back because we can fuse the two. I won't make you wait any longer. This is what the cards look like, and as you can see, they are absolutely beautiful. The card stock feels really nice. The photography is really nice. I like the layout. It's quite simple, but that's fine. It tells you what character you've got and what series it's from, or what corresponding movie or comic or cartoon it's from. And if you flip the card over, we get another little kind of picture here. I'm assuming it's just it's just a little snapshot from what's on the front. It tells you again who it is, where it's from. And you get some information here on this little data file. So Bruce Wayne is obviously Batman's real name, and a little bit of information about Bruce Wayne. As a child, Bruce Wayne watches his parents were brutally murdered. You know the story of Batman. But anyway, that is the armored Batman for this corresponding figure. But let's have a little look at the other ones I've got, because honestly, this is my favorite part about collecting Mcfarlane toys. And I think at this point, I'm probably collecting them more for the cards. So moving on, we've got this Joker from the Death of the Family. Classic representation of what that Joker looks like here, wearing a mask of his own face. This figure is absolutely awesome. Again, you get this plinth to stand him on. We've got this axe with the Batman symbol on it. And yeah, awesome figure all around. 7-inch standard scale, these action figures. And they are really nice. Like Mcfarlane gets a little bit of heat, and I do get it. I've seen them do some kind of shady things recently, but overall, I think they're a really nice set. But anyway, let's focus on the reason we're here. Here's the character card for this Joker. So it's just the action figure posed up, and actually it gives you some kind of inspiration about how you're going to pose the figure as well, which is another nice touch. Same sort of thing, really basic card. Joker, Death of the Family. Flip it over to the data file. Exactly the same. There's a bit of like a uniformed approach to these cards, which is another awesome touch. So if you end up like, I don't know, maybe putting these in a binder or a picture frame, or I don't know, however you're going to sort of display them. I guess you could display them like that. Then, yeah, you get a uniformed approach, which as collectors we like. Once a small-time crook, the Joker fell into a vat of chemicals and turned his skin white. We know that story. But that's the Joker's card there. And that corresponds to this action figure. And it's amazing. We've got another Batman now. This is Dark Knight Returns again. This is Batman just in his traditional suit from the Dark Knight Returns. He's got his grappling hook here, and I really like the details. I mean, look, Rob Liefeld would be proud of all those pouches. Lots of beautiful textures on this suit, and it's a really good representation of what the book looks like. So I absolutely adore this figure. This is one of my favorites. We got a rubberized cape again with some sort of texture to represent the folds, which looks really nice. And like I say, there's textures and creases in this suit, which is a really nice touch. And this one in particular feels really sturdy. Let's take a look at his corresponding card, which is right here. And there's that one. This one's got a really nice background. It's obviously that action figure posed up nicely using the same hook that I've got. Same profile, Batman, Dark Knight Returns, flipping it over to that data file. Let's see what we got. As a child, Bruce Wayne watches his parents were brutally killed in Gotham City. So it looks like it's going to read exactly the same, but when you put these together, there is a little bit of different information. So it kind of makes the cards unique in their own way. Moving on, let's see what else I've got. All right, so I'm not going to go through every action figure. I just wanted you to kind of get a reference point about what these are, how they look, and how they correspond to the figures. This one's a little bit different because this is a 12-inch kind of statue, so and it's not posable, so they've just got like a piece of art there that corresponds to this figure. And if you flip it over, this is unique to the Flash. So Batman Multiverse, the Flash, when Barry Allen arrives in an alternate 2013, and that's based on the Flash movie. Really like that card. Okay, we've got some more Dark Knight Returns. We've got Robin from the Dark Knight Returns. This is Carrie Kelly. I think the first female Robin, sorry. Caroline Keane, Carrie Kelly, there we go. After being saved by Batman on the night he returned, and blah, blah, blah. You can read. Pause that if you want. But that's what that card looks like. We've got a Dark Knight Returns theme going on here. I have got the entire set of that series, so that explains this. So we've got Superman with that chiseled jaw. And we've got some information with Superman, or about Superman there. Nice pose. Darkseid from the Zack Snyder Justice League. I mean, actually, it's probably from the Joss Whedon one because it predated the Snyder Cut, but you know, I guess originally Zack Snyder. Steppenwolf. Green Arrow from Injustice, or Injustice 2. Just flip that over again. Data file, no difference. This is what I mean about the kind of uniformed approach to these cards, which makes them, in my opinion, really fun to collect. Joker from the Dark Knight Returns. I do have this Joker right next to me, but I don't want to just keep reading through figures. Let's keep this focused on the cards, but that's the Joker from the Dark Knight Returns that goes with that Batman in the background right there. The Joker, this is from the Free Jokers mini-series. I think it was a 3-part series. Really cool comic and really cool action figure. Let's see what it says about the Joker on the back. Once a small-time crook, the Joker fell into a vat of chemicals. Let me just see if that is the same as the other one. No, so it starts off with the same information because I guess the origin story that we know of is the same, and then it kind of turns into the unique story about this comic or movie or whatever the card is from. So that's cool. The Batman from Justice League. I mean, you know, the movies weren't great, but Ben Affleck was definitely a great choice for Batman. And just from like a physical representation, this is a really, really cool Batman look. Kind of looks like the Dark Knight Returns, which I think, very confident, it's probably out there, but that was definitely the inspiration. Jason Momoa, Aquaman, a beloved actor. You know, not the greatest portrayal of Aquaman, but it was, it is what it is, and he made it his own. Let's hope he gets the Lobo gig now. Fingers crossed. Really like this one. This is just a screenshot from the movie from Wonder Woman 84. This picture, this card, is better than the movie. Like, just what I'm holding here is much better than anything that happens in that movie. Although the suit is really cool. It's kind of, they went for like more vibrant colours to kind of look like what she looks like in the comics, I guess. Gal Gadot was a really, really good Wonder Woman, and it's a shame that we're going to lose her. I hope James Gunn can keep her around in some capacity, because she does seem to give a shit about the fans and about the lore, which is really cool, and you kind of want that when it comes to comic book properties. Cyborg. So if you haven't figured out what's going on now, we're going through the Justice League set from the 2017 Joss Whedon set. So that's what we're doing now. So we've got Cyborg from that film. Flip that over. Spoiler alert for the next one. Part man, part machine. Victor Stone is a former star. You get the gist, but that's a really cool image of Cyborg there. Obviously, he got a really reduced time in the Joss Whedon version, but they kind of fixed that for the Zack Snyder cut. Superman in the black suit. Henry Cavill, oh man. Such a shame that we're losing him as Superman, but we're going to potentially get him as Captain Britain. And he's a real big nerd, so the good thing about Henry Cavill is whenever we see him pop up in something to do with nerd culture, it's going to be like full of passion, and it's going to be for absolutely the right reasons. He left The Witcher because they were kind of going off track. They weren't following the books. He's a big Witcher fan. So yeah, we're going to see him in a Warhammer TV show through Amazon Prime, which he is producing, I believe. And he's a massive Warhammer fan, so that should be really good. I'm not necessarily a fan, but I will tune in just to see this guy's passion. And look at that. I mean, this is a great representation of Superman. I think I know who's going to be on the back. And it's the Flash. Oh, Ezra. I absolutely hated this version of the Flash. Like, really, really hated it. He had some funny moments, but definitely not my version of the Flash. Also, perfect timing, but someone's hoovering right above me, so if you can hear that, I apologise. Let's just flip this over and get a little bit of the data file. Barry Allen is an excessively energetic student attending Central City College. You can read the rest. Anyway, guys, that's what these cards look like. I just thought it was you know, relevant to this page or to this channel as we're dealing in trading cards now. And yeah, I just thought it was a good way to fuse those two passions. What do you guys think of these cards? Does anyone collect Mcfarlane multiverse stuff? If you do, let me know in the comments below. Like and subscribe, do all the usual stuff. It's much appreciated because I really, really want to make a good go of this channel, and your support and your feedback will be crucial. So thank you very much. See you on the next one.